What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're looking at a new limited series that just came out today on HBO Max, the first 3 episodes of a new series called The Staircase. This is based on a true story following the life of Michael Peterson and the mystery surrounding his wife's death. So for this video, this will be a quick spoiler for your review, letting you guys know if it's worth watching. If you've already watched it, let me know down below what you guys have thought of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it. Please make sure to subscribe if you're new. But let's take a look at The Staircase, the first 3 episodes. So the premise is pretty straightforward with the show. We have a dead wife and we have a husband that is the main suspect. And so now what this show does differently though is that it gives us flashbacks. And now this is where my main problem comes with the show, or like my main pros and cons, are these flashbacks. And sometimes the flashbacks are really good and they give us something that reveals a big clue into this murder and makes us sort of get an idea of what might have happened to this wife, to Toni Collette, right? And so that's good, but then sometimes they don't give us anything, and the flashbacks are really there to show us more about this husband has a big secret that's revealed at the end of episode 1, and we sort of get a lot of insight with those flashbacks, right? And so I don't see this big secret as too big of a deal in terms of like what happened with this murder. It might, but I just feel like it's way too obvious that it obviously doesn't play that big of a part with the wife's death. That's just me though. I feel like the show is trying to like really throw us off with this secret, trying to make it seem like it's such a big deal when obviously it isn't, because we're still like in the beginning episodes of the series. They're not going to give us too much in the beginning, right? And so, but some of the positives of the show that I like off the bat is the cinematography is great. It's directed by Antonio Campos. He also just directed The Devil All the Time, which was a Netflix movie that starred Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson. I liked that movie a lot. I was happy to see him, being the director of this show. And so cinematography is great. The cast is obviously great. You have Toni Collette in there. You have Sophie Turner, who everyone knows. And the cast is pretty recognizable from various movies and TV shows that I'm sure we've all seen. And so for that first episode, I will say it was interesting from the start. It had a huge, strong beginning that showed us the murder. And it was pretty graphic in the beginning. And I will say the show does have some graphic parts as they do some reimagining of what actually might have happened with this murder. And Toni Collette's acting is like really good. If anyone's seen Hereditary, you know that she can get... she really knows how to like put those emotions out in her acting performances. So sometimes it's pretty graphic. There's a good amount of blood. So maybe if anyone's a little bit too squirmish, then maybe you shouldn't check this out. But it's really not that bad because most of the show mostly focuses on the flashbacks, the investigative team, and the autopsy of the murder, trying to investigate it. And then also, for some reason, the husband also is doing like a documentary of this murder at the same time, like a couple of months after his wife's death. I guess the team approached him to make a movie, and he said yes. So he's kind of doing a documentary while also, trying to cope with his wife's death. So it's interesting that he would make that choice. Kind of shows that maybe like he did do it, and that's the main fun of this show. Just trying to figure out like, okay, did the husband do it? Did the husband not do it? And that's cool, but it's nothing new. Like I said, like anyone that's seen Gone Girl, same premise, right? It seems like that's like the same premise as every Lifetime movie that's out there. We have a dead person and the husband's like the main suspect. I'm trying to figure it out. But I mean, it's entertaining though. It's always entertaining. There's some big reveals at the end of every episode that keeps you sort of like on your toes. And like I said, sort of reveals some like new clues that further progress the plot and the narrative. So it's fun. And so every episode, I would say, is pretty much on the same tier. I would probably give this show like an average rating of a 3.7 out of 5 so far. So my main takeaway with this show is that it is interesting, but a lot of the episodes are filled up with too much stuff that I feel like isn't pertaining to what the gist of this series is so far, which is trying to figure out if the husband did or not, right? There's a lot of like talking to the news, like the kids are talking to the news, the husband's talking to the news. They're filming this documentary, which it all plays a part in the story. I mean, it sort of gives us a hint at, did the husband do it? As as you're filming the documentary, he's more like laid back, so as the audience, like we sort of can see that and, develop our own thoughts on maybe if he did it or not. And then, like I said, some of the flashbacks I feel like aren't too important except for, building up some more character development, which is fine for the beginning episodes. But I would love to see more of the flashbacks that change the whole game for us. Like every episode has some sort of reveal that we didn't know about the murder, and then it makes us think about it more and sort of, like I said, changes the whole way that we look at that murder, right? And so that's a lot of fun. I like that. I love trying to figure out the mystery of it all. And it's also based on a true story, so I guess I could just look it up and, spoil myself about the mystery and who actually did it, but I don't really want to do that. But, I mean, these first 3 episodes were solid. It seems like the next episode is going to be a trial episode, which I love a good courtroom drama, so I'm excited to see that. But yeah, I mean, the performances are good. I wouldn't say it's anything too great. Nothing really stands out too much besides Toni Collette. But even she is mostly only shown in flashbacks. Like, she's killed off right in the beginning. But we'll see. I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. I think I'll probably continue. It's a limited series, so it'll probably only be like 6 episodes. But let me know if you guys plan on checking it out. If you guys enjoy this review, please make sure to like it. Please make sure to subscribe if you are new. But I will see you on the next video. Have a great rest of the day.